What's up, fam? Today is Throat Chakra Thursday, and I wanted to do a little bit of discussion on that area. Our throat chakra has a lot to do, or it has everything to do with our personal expression, expressing our thoughts in healthy manners. Um, you know, uh, Helps us figure out internal dialogue, like our own internal dialogue. We tend to talk shit about ourselves when we gotta watch ourselves speak. That even though it might be in our heads, it's part of our throat because we speak from our throat. Uh, you know, um, Helps us understand the balance between speaking and listening, and seeking like truth, personal truths, external truths, social skills, and our own integrity and honor. Um, what I wanted to actually talk about today, due to it being Throat Chakra Thursday, yesterday was Heart Chakra Wednesday, which I didn't go live on, but I think that's okay. And tomorrow is Third Eye Friday. Um, the direct in between there is your throat, where we worry about broken hearts and sometimes we're in our head too much. So, hello. Uh, we got a burning desire in our heart. We need to speak about it, but we're worried about what people are thinking. So we jump right from our heart to our head and we think, right? I think I mentioned before, if you're like feeling a little nutty in your head, right? A lot of times we're like in our head, put your hand on your heart because that physical sensation of touching your heart is going to bring your thought process down to a loving manner, so that your thoughts aren't so evil and pissing you off and what have you. Now, let's say you got your head going crazy, you put your hand on your heart and you start feeling your emotions, right? For like what you're thinking. Then while you're working out your emotions, it's giving you that process to speak to your issue with a little bit of love. And if you need to come out your throat with it, you have the mindset there where you can come back down and say, hey, this is some shit that's getting on my nerves. I need to discuss it because I don't want to come off in a certain way or whatever, what have you. um, a lot of when we go to express ourselves, when we feel wronged by something, a lot of times we have to take the I statement, and not be like, oh, you did this to me and blah blah blah, because that ultimately turns people off. Even if you're nice about it and say, hey, you did this and it kind of hurt my feelings, that's still gonna make somebody feel shitty. Um, One of my favorite things to do, like when I have a confrontation and I don't want it to be shitty, I like to say, hey, which is still kind of daunting. I know it's like, hey, I got to talk to you about something, which still brings it in the I statement. But at the same time, you can be like, I feel this certain way and explain in a healthy, loving manner that's not attacking what that means. And not only that, sometimes you just got to have that uncomfortable conversation where, like, you might not need to have your boundaries up. You just might need to be like, bam, this is the thing right here, like, and not all the time does it come out in love or like, so kind, but think about your shit before you go and say it. Like, and not don't just think about it because chances are you're already up there in your head stewing about some shit. So drop your awareness down to your heart. Know that the shit that's being a pain in the ass, you can actually kind of love that shit to figure out how it works. Um, and then with that being said, you'll be able to speak accordingly. Now, as long as you try some of that, now I'm not saying it's gonna work for everybody because it's not. Like sometimes it doesn't even work for me, but it's something that I actively have to do to get myself together. Oh man, if I wasn't doing this video, I'd go give her a hand. Sorry, Kathy Ann. My neighbor's a sweet lady, and she's got a handful of groceries. But I think she got it. So yeah, try that. Um, See how it works for you. Sometimes you just gotta clear your throat. Sometimes just to like get your throat chakra unlocked, you might just have to sing a damn song. Um, but don't neglect your throat. Saying what you gotta say is important, and in this day and age, there's all too much information that's miscommunicated and not said. So if you got something important that you need to tell somebody that you care about and you love, you need to go tell them. You need to be direct. And you need to be kind and honest about it. Otherwise, they're not gonna know. And sometimes you might not say something, and it might just be too late. I know a lot of people that have had to deal with that. And I guess I'll say for the most tragic thing is some people have lost family members and have not been able to like say the real thing about it. I felt bad. You know what I mean? Like But be honest with yourself. Be honest with the people that you care about. With that being said, we're going into third eye chakra tomorrow, which is, about kind of knowing yourself, knowing things around you, being connected to the information that spirit gives you, and kind of digging into some of those dark corners of your mind. What's up, Ed? How you doing? Um, I have, uh, hold up, look. I usually that that's smart right there, Ed. Oh, I'm trying to see where. That's funny as hell, dude. Like that's really funny. Like yeah, you could do it. Like you could, Ed, perfect. You could do an icebreaker. Like it doesn't matter what the heck you say to them. It could be completely off the topic of what you want to talk about. But if you get their attention, you make them laugh. You're gonna be like, oh hey, I know that shit was funny, but I got to bring something up. Like, and it works. Like it's true. Like Ed, I'm gonna try to say that to somebody. I actually said to somebody the other day, "You're so mad. I bet you're gonna ooze out cake frosting." They didn't know what to say. They had no clue what to say. They were pissed. They had no clue what to say. But you know what? They laughed. They're like, yo, I'm really mad right now. I can't believe that I let that junk get to me. But that cake frosting thing was funny. Yep, they just, But anyways, third eye chakra tomorrow. Let's go inside and get to know ourselves. And like, maybe today play with your throat chakra. Like, tell somebody something important that needs to be said. Like, don't be afraid about it. Oh, here's another cool thing with that. If you need to tell somebody something, for those of y'all that are into meditation, meditate what the conversation could be like in a positive manner. Meditate on it with love. I had this situation where a friend of mine was going to do something for me and I didn't hear anything about it. I started stressing it, like to the point where like it got me like kind of crazy. And they said, "Hey, you know what? I should have mentioned something about this the other day and I totally forgot. I've been busy. This thing's not going to make sense for us to do because of this, but we can do this." And I was like, "Oh shit, that made way more freaking sense." And still everything happened the way it was supposed to. So let's do that. I think tomorrow, because it's Third Eye Friday, there's going to be a special something about inner child work, and I'm going to be doing a live with somebody special here from the page, who's doing some of their own work. Actually, I'll be doing it with Trisha from Too Self-Centered, so that's going to be pretty awesome. Some inner child stuff. But yeah, all right. I guess I'm just babbling now. I'm gonna finish my coffee and clean out my car. Be a beautiful soul. Try to speak with love. Speak from the heart, from my throat, with all my shit all together in my head. Ed, I want to make plans over the next week or two to get that thing started that you sent me. For real. Like, for real. Not playing. Um, I want to give myself 14 days to have shit together because within those 14 days, I'll be at your house learning some of that shit. How's that sound? All right. Love you guys. Give yourselves a hug. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Sing yourself a little ditty. Go make a snack. Do a little self-care. Hug your friends. Go say hi to a stranger. Go do a drive-by loving thing and tell somebody that you think that they're beautiful. You know, just be you and be you to the fullest and be you to the most positive aspect that you can because you're just going to shine bright. Stay beautiful, people. Namaste. I love y'all. Mwah. Peace out. Love you, Ed, little brother.